Give you more, so much more. Oh, give you more. You deserving the more. Oh, the worship of me wants to be free from the cares of life that seem to weigh me down. Yes, the worship of me needs consistency. To lift my hands to give you praise when no one's around. Yeah. Oh, the worship in me wants to break free from the intellectual mentality. Like when I should be up, I'm seated in my seat. I should be lifting my hands, giving you praise and glory. Hey, I should be giving you more. I should be giving you more. Hey,
oh, the worshiper in me wants to be free.
Just wants to be free
from the cares of life that seem to weigh
from
me
the cares
down.
of life that seem to weigh me down, weigh me down sometimes. I wanna be consistent.
To lift my hands and give you praise when no one's around.
Lift my hands to give you praise.
Oh, the worshiper in me wants to break free
From the intellectual
mentality.
like when I should be up. I should be lifting my hands,
You praise and glory.
every time I get the chance, I wanna give my best to you.
I wanna give my best to you.
Yeah.
I wanna do what you ask me to.
Oh,
I wanna go wherever you say. Just say the word and
I will obey.
I wanna live a life that's
I wanna be
I
real.
wanna serve you, Lord,
Serve you, Lord, for real.
For you deserve all this and more.
You deserve this and
So I
more.
give you more.
Every little thing that I have,
More.
it belongs to you.
I give you more.
Every little thing you can grab, God, it belongs to you. I wanna give my best to you.
I wanna give my best
Oh,
to you.
Lord.
I wanna do what you ask me to.
Whatever you, Lord, yeah. Wherever God, I will live. I wanna live a life that's real. I wanna Yeah. Ought to be, Lord, my blessed Savior, I surrender.
Good evening, everybody. If you are on, go ahead and like, comment, and share. Let us know that you're on. Let us know that you are here. Comment. Let us know that you are on. Let us know that you are here. Hey, Ken. How are you, sis? Let us know that you're on. Do me a favor, like, comment, and share. Like, comment, and share. My dog is in the way, y'all. He is really trying to get some attention. Let us know that you are here and that you are ready. Do us a favor. Sorry, y'all. He does what he wants. Go ahead and share this live. Let people know that we are on. Let people know that we are on. How was your day? Let me know how your day was going. Let me know how your day is going. Go ahead and share this live. Oh, Jesus. And while you are getting ready, I'm going to go over some announcements really quickly. We are in summer word kickoff. So we have been in a series last week. Elder Tillman kicked us off with a very good word. And after this week, we will be having none other than our evangelist Anicia Thomas and our deacon Owens. So, and then after that, we'll have a few other people. So make sure you guys are following along. Also, we are in our summer dress down. Please remember that during Sunday services that you are dressed respectfully while you're dressed comfortably. We ask again that you dress respectfully while you dress comfortably. And Holy Communion is coming up June 11th. Well, that actually just passed, so we're not going to do that. And then Unity Month. This is probably one of our favorite times of the month where we get to do some really creative things with our dress down, so that we ask that you guys join us in this. Sorry, y'all. We ask that you join us for this Unity Month, where we get really creative. Every Sunday is a different theme, so we ask that you engage with us. Okay, so everybody grab your Bibles, grab your pens, grab your papers. I have a word, and I hope that you guys are ready for it. This one might not be the greatest feel. You might not feel the most comfortable, but that is okay. Grab your papers, grab your pens, and go with me to Luke. Go with me to Luke 8. Go with me to Luke 8. Go with me to Luke 8 and 5. Go with me to Luke 8 and 5. And when you're ready, just comment in the chat, I got it. Luke 8 and 5. We're going to read up to verse 8. Luke 8, verses 5 through 8. When you're ready, say you're ready. I see one. Let me get two more people to let me know that they are ready. And bear with me because I'm running production at the same time. Y'all, I know I'm usually behind. All right, Luke 8, 5 through 8. A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path. It was trampled on, and the birds ate it up. Some fell on rocky ground, and when it came up, the plants withered because they had no moisture. Other seeds fell among thorns, which grew up with it and choked the plant. Still, other seeds fell on good soil. It came up and yielded a crop 100 times more than was sown. When he said this, he called out, "Whoever has ears to hear, let them hear." A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path. It was trampled on, and the birds ate it up. Some fell on rocky ground. When it came up, and the plants withered because they had no moisture. Other seeds fell amongst the thorns, which grew with it and choked the plant. Still other seeds fell on good soil. It came up and yielded a crop 100 times more. Somebody say 100 times more than was sown. When he said this, he called out, "Whoever has ears to hear, let them hear." As I was praying and asking God, what is it that you want me to give to your people? All I kept hearing was a bunch of questions. And a lot of you are frustrated. And in this text, Jesus is teaching as only he could through a parable. And he's doing it in such a way that allows for everybody to be able to examine themselves and find themselves in the message. So in this, a lot of you are frustrated. And he's talking about the parable of a sower. And a lot of you are frustrated because you have been sowing in your faithfulness. You have been sowing in your giving, not just tangibly when we're talking about monetary gifts, but you've been sowing in your faithfulness. You've been sowing in the way in which you have showed humility. You have sown in your warfare, not for yourself, but for others. You have given when you haven't been able to give for yourself. And in all of this, you have been petitioning God and you have been asking God, okay, well, where is my fruit? I've been doing all of this sacrificing, yet I don't see the fruits of my labor. And because of that, you have been really questioning God and you've been petitioning God for answers, and it feels like he's been silent. So it has you frustrated. So he responds not necessarily giving you an answer, but he responds in a question. He responds in a question. Where are you planted? Comment that in the chat. Where are you planted? Where are you planted? Where are you planted? This word is not for those who are new in their faith. This is really for those who have been very faithful, who have been in the fold, but they're new in their space. You're not new in your faith, but you're new in your space. And in this parable, he talks about three different people. He talks about three different people. And which brings me to my first point. Which one are you? In your time, we're not going to go through all of it, but in your leisure, I want you to go all the way down to verse 15. I want you to read the entire scripture from verses 5 through verses 15. And in this, he describes three different people through this parable. And the first one through verse 13, he explains those who are on rocky ground. These are people who have faith, but their faith is not anchored. They especially wavered in their faith when they're tested. These are people who believe like my faith is only as strong as my circumstance. God, I am only as capable to have strong faith if I have the ability to control my own narrative, if I have the ability to control my own circumstance. And the reality is, you feel like the moment that you relinquish control, everything becomes questionable. I'm good in my faith until I no longer have control. Can I help you? You were never in control. Somebody type that in the chat. You were never in control. You were never in control. You were never in control. I'm gonna say it again. You were never in control. So for some of you, your faith is only contingent upon your ability to have control over an outcome that was never yours to have control over in the first place. It was never yours to have control over in the first place. We move down to verse 14, and this explains the person whose seed fell on thorns. Whose seed fell amongst thorns. This person is easily wavered. This person is easily influenced. There is no consistency. There is a lack of maturity. And in some ways, God, you have my yes until I get the things that I've asked for. And once I get the things that I've asked for, then I forgot the person who gave it to me. Or You have my yes as long as you keep blessing me. But the moment I am in testing or I begin to experience lack, who you are to me, who I've always known you to be for me, has become questionable. They lack maturity. And for some people in this instance, your faith is a bribe. God, do this for me and I'll do this for you. God, do this for me and I'll do this for you. Can I say this? Your faith is not a part of a contingency plan. Your faith is not a part of a contingency plan. For these people, they lack maturity in their faith. This is not a gamble. There is never, if you do this, then I do this. For some of us, we lack because we look at our faith as a bribe. And then we move down to verse 15. And verse 15 talks about those whose seed is on good soil. They're firm, and they're affirmed in their faith. They persevere, they see it through. They understand the concept of the principle of process. You guys know I talk about process a lot. They are relentless. They understand that there is a bigger picture outside of their circumstance, but they understand that there is a principle to process. So even in their frustration, even in their confusion, they understand who's in control. These people have planted on good soil. So my first point, which one are you? And when you're able to identify who you are then able to fully examine what is truly going on in this moment. What am I really experiencing in this moment? Is it the experience or is it my mindset? Which brings me down to my next point. Your seed does not exempt you from process. Your seed does not exempt you from process. Can I help you? You don't get an option. Process is a part of it. You don't get to skip steps. Process is a part of it. What do I always say? And I say this all the time, and I'm going to continue to say it. Your inevitable right to prosper is dependent on your inevitable obligation to withstand process. Process is a requirement. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Process is a requirement. And for some of us, the reason we're still in processing is because we haven't learned the lesson. What is God teaching you? What am I supposed to be learning out of this? What am I supposed to be gaining out of this? Why am I in processing? And the reason you still feel like you're at ground one is because you haven't learned the lesson. You haven't learned the lesson. Some of us have to change our mindset around process. Some of us have to learn to find peace in process. Come on. We have to learn to get mature about this thing because the reality is life goes in cycles. There are ups and there's downs. And while you may be in some places where you're in a really good place, you're always going to find yourself in a really bad place being processed again. Kendra said something, reminded me of something I said a long time ago. If you are comfortable in a space, that means you have maximized that space. If you're uncomfortable, that is a key indicator that you're growing, that you're being stretched. So if you are comfortable, you may want to re-examine where you are. Nobody is exempt from process. It's an obligation. It's a prerequisite. It is a requirement. You cannot graduate without it. Everybody has to process. But what is your mindset while in processing? What is your mindset within processing? The reward for good work is what? More work. So we don't get to escape anything. Just because you sown does not mean that you get a clear green light. We all have to work through it. Your seed does not exempt you from process. Watch your mouth. Watch what you think. Change your mindset around process and how you are being processed and why you are being processed. You should be asking yourself, what am I supposed to be learning in this moment? What am I supposed to be gaining in this moment? You don't have a choice. I'm sorry. You don't get to skip this step. I'm sorry. It's uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Yet you still have to remain in it. I don't understand it. I'm sorry. But you still have to remain in it. And until you change your mindset around it, you are always going to feel like you're in a space of struggling. Could it be that you're still there because you haven't learned the lesson? Could it be that you're still there because you haven't learned the lesson? And if we begin to change our mindset around our processing while still uncomfortable does become a lot easier because your mindset around it is different. Yes, it's still hard, but your mindset is a little different. And if you can wrap your mind around it, because really most of this has a lot to do with our ability to relinquish control. I don't have control over this. I don't get to say how and when and why. So I have to be in waiting and I have to learn patience. Could it be that you've asked to strengthen your faith and your processing is the strengthening that you've asked for? You don't get to say how things happen. You just get to wait for them to happen. Some of you have been asking God to strengthen your faith, and the test was the process of strengthening it. You don't get to ask for things. You don't get to request for things and then get to choose how they're given to you. You have to go through the process. It's an obligation. It's a requirement. None of us get to skip it. None of us get to skip it. None of us. Which brings me to my next point. Remember what you said. It is so easy to believe in God for the easy things. It is so easy to believe in God when things are okay. But remember what you said in those moments. You said he was Alpha and Omega. You said he was the author and the finisher. You said he was the redeemer. You said he was Lord of Lords. These are the things that you proclaimed. These are the things that you placed your faith in. These are the things where you grounded your belief in. What makes it any different now? You're not new to your faith. You're new in your space. How easy it is for us to forget the things that we proclaimed when things were good. Examine yourself. These were the things that you said. Speak to what you know to be true, not to what you're feeling. Feelings are always not fact. Speak to what you know to be true. Pastor Buster would say it this way: stop fueling your frustration. Stop watering your worry. This is what you said. This is what you believe to be true. What makes it any different now? What makes it any different now? Is he not the same God now as he was before? This is why prayer has been the way that it's been, because we're in a constant space of questioning and asking and petitioning, and God is just saying, where are you planted? It's not the circumstance, it's the faith. It's not our circumstance, it's our faith. Could it be that your faith is not as strong as you thought it was? Could it be that your faith has limits? Could it be? Remember what you said. Feel it, deal with it, but you have to remember whose you are in this moment. This is not for the newbies. This is for those who have been in this for a long time. Check yourself. Examine yourself. What is God saying? What is God teaching us? What is he trying to get us to grapple with? What is he trying to grow us through before we get to where it is he wants us to be? Where is he trying to grow us to? You have to watch your mouth. You have to watch your mindset. There is no easy way. And for some of you, you are called to really great things. Great things require great processing. Great things require great pressing. Where's your faith? And you have to, and this might be the time to re-examine it. Where is your faith? Where is it? Where's the things that you proclaim to people? Where are the things when you're praying over people, when you're lifting people up? Where is that? And for some of us, it is easy for us to believe for others and not for us to believe for ourselves. It's easy for me to have faith in other people's circumstances, that you'll get through, that you'll see the other end of it. But when it comes to my own, oh no, I have to be in control of that. And because I don't have control, now I have to question the one thing that I believed was always the source of everything, which is God. What does that say about your faith? Where are you planted? Where are you planted? Where are you planted? Are you scattered amongst the thorns, where you look at God as a bribe? Are you on rocky ground where everything becomes questionable when you have no control? Or are you planted in good soil? And if you're not planted in good soil, this is the opportunity to re-examine. This is the opportunity to ask for forgiveness and to reposition and to replant yourself. But remember what you said. Remember what you said. Where are you planted? I hope that this word has blessed you. I had no intention to be on here long, but I think that we really have to get to a point where we become mature in our faith. We really have to get to a point where we have to grow up. Simply just grow up. Simply just grow up. And sometimes that requires that we re-examine ourselves, that we stop questioning everything else and begin to look at ourselves. Stop questioning God. Stop asking him. He's in control of it. It'll happen when he's ready. When he's ready. And could it be that right now you're just not ready for it? Lord, don't give me anything that I'm not ready for. I won't know what to do with it. Process me and teach me how to learn to find peace in my processing. So God, we thank you for this time and this place to really re-examine ourselves, God. God, we ask for forgiveness first, to have questioned you and to have questioned our own faith and where we placed our belief, God. And I ask that you begin to teach us to have a stronger faith in you. That you continue to process us in the way that you feel necessary to process us, not in the way that seems comfortable, but that you continue to process us in the way that you know, for you are all things. You are Alpha and Omega. You know, you are the beginning and the end, God. So thank you for processing. Even in our times where we don't understand, we trust you. Even in our times where we are confused, we trust you. Even in the times where we're ready to give up, we trust you. And we thank you for this moment. We thank you for this time. We thank you for this place. Because in a space of being able to re-examine ourselves says that you have not given up. Says that we have another opportunity to get it right. So God, we thank you for this time to re-examine. We thank you for this time to really consider where we are, to consider who you are in this moment, and to reground ourselves back into the faith, to reground ourselves in what we know to be true. In Jesus' name. You guys know our custom to give. We do a $10 offering every Wednesday. You can give on Givelify, Kingdom Deliverance Tabernacle, or you can give on Cash App, Kingdom DT19. Kingdom DT19. Kingdom DT19. Once you have done that, go ahead and comment done in the chat. Once you have done that, go ahead and comment done in the chat. $10 is our custom, but whatever you can give is fine by us. We thank you in advance. Please remember that we are in dress down and that we ask for everybody to dress respectfully. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes. Thank you for giving. We see you. Thank you for giving. We see you. Again, you can give on Givelify, Kingdom Deliverance Tabernacle, or you can give on Cash App, Kingdom DT19. Guys, I love you. I hope that you are well. I hope that you are resting, and we will see you soon, and we will see you on Sunday. Love you.
From the cares of life that seem to weigh me down. Yes, to worship our need needs consistency. To lift my hands to give you praise when no one's around. Yeah. Oh, the worship in me wants to break free from the intellectual mentality. Like when I should be up, I'm seated in my seat. I should be lifting my hands, giving you praise and glory. Hey, I should be giving you more. I should be giving you more. Hey.